Hey guys, this is William here with another video for Play-agricola.com's YouTube channel and twitch.tv/play_agricola. Playing an EIKWM France deck game, Draft 9 game with Val, Fingro 3, and Scholar. It's only published decks, no G4 or 5, on kind of the older game setup. So EIKWM France, it's a little more family growth centric, a little more NERFG is a bit stronger, I think. So definitely keeping that in mind as I'm looking at my draft. I see Scholar. Anytime you can pull off Scholar with, there's Pastor, which is kind of interesting. There's also Wealthiest European. Wealthiest European Scholar can do some really stupid stuff like building stone houses. Same with Pastor and Wealthiest European. Um, or Scholar and Pastor. The question is, what do I take first? Don't think I'm first picking Crop Rotator or Berry Picker here. So it's like one of those three: Scholar, Wealthiest European, Pastor. And it's been ages since I've crafted a Wealthiest European game, so let's try that. So with Wealthiest European, we're looking for cards that we don't mind playing in the mid and late game, and Head of the Revolution is a pretty great example of that. I can play it immediately before I fill my farm for 3 bonus points, and looks good. If I had taken like Scholar, maybe Fiddler here, potentially. Boston is quite good. Probably have to consider Boston here. There's Journeyman. I could take Journeyman just to block the Scholar player, although the Scholar player will probably let me do what I want to do. With Wealthiest European, usually you want to first on that first family growth, focus on the first family growth, and then play Wealthiest European, in like round 7, round 8, get a couple stone, get the resources you need for your second room, that kind of thing. Um, by power, it's Boston, and it's really not close. So, although I like Boston earlier generally, maybe a late Boston is fine. So here is Farm School Graduate, and I like Farm School Graduate quite a bit, but it doesn't work well with Wealthiest European, obviously. Um, I don't think I'm playing anything in here other than Diplomat. I might play Diplomat. Rest of the cards I don't really see myself playing. So what cards have I have to think about synergies that do not exist because I'm not playing with G4, G5. Gotta think about that. I guess there's no like Mason's Apprentice for the Wealthy European Scholar, or Wealthy European Pastor play, where you go up and build stone rooms. There's Wallfly. I was wondering where Wallfly was because I was thinking, oh man, it's time for the Wallfly special. So Crop Rotator is pretty good with Boston. Since Boston puts 1 grain on all your fields, then you play Crop Rotator, and it's also like a sow action for your vegetables. So like if you can set up Boston in round 10 then, or round 12, then you play Crop Rotator. So sow your vegetable, and then you harvest your last vegetable in round 14, resow your grain for a ton of points. Yeah, I'm actually surprised Crop Rotator got back here. There's some good cards getting passed around. I mean, Frame Builder, there is a Stonehouse combo out there for sure. There's definitely some Stonehouse play. Uh, well, Storehouse Clerk is maybe playable with Wealthiest European. The problem is the payoff just takes so long, you'd rather be spending your resources than hoarding them. I don't really see myself playing any of these, though. Notable Buyer is pretty good here, actually. Like, as a 7th pick, it's pretty excellent. I've gotten some good cards, that's for sure. And there's Rock Pyramid. There was totally a Wealthiest European pastor building stone rooms play available here. Rock Pyramid and Mountain Cave, 2 cards that enable that. Unfortunately, I am not set up for it. Not that it's like the greatest payoff, but it's something for sure. Best card here is Goose Pond. Yeah. Even though I won't play Occupations until later in the game, Goose Pond as a first pick is still good. I just want to keep in mind that I don't want to take too many occupation requiring miners. Yeah, I wondered where Wallfly was for the nightly Wallfly special, because we were waiting a little bit to get our 4th player. So I don't normally stream this late, but I don't have too much to do tomorrow, so I think it's fine. So either this or watch the Leafs game, and apparently the Leafs game was not very good, so. And I didn't stream today, and I should definitely trying to make a point of streaming on both weekend days, since I'm not able to all that consistently through the week. Try to have some consistency where I'm streaming like Tuesday, Saturday, Sunday, and then Mondays, hopefully, when I can. So good to keep in mind, Clockwork Man is an anti-combo with Wealthiest European, because if you play Clockwork Man, it counts as an occupation. Wealthiest European is no longer your first occupation. Although, if I can make the timing work, that can help me get my Pond out faster. Diary is fine, but I don't like this as a diary game because I don't know how many occupations I'll have time to play. I think the pick is pretty clearly chocolate here. Uh, Gives me a pretty good looking setup where I go for the first room and the first fireplace. Or I go for a planted field. That looks good as well. Actually, wow, this is quite the pile. Oh my goodness. I'm going to get 2 cards back. I'm going to get a great card back. Raspberries is great, Golden Rose is good. Stonehouse Reconstruction is situational, but it can be really good. Like I know there's a Stonehouse Reno game out there. Landing Net is good. Landing Net, of course, you want to get on Reedstone Food in round 1, and if you don't, it's a little sad, but Harrow, Artist Garden, all of these are quite good. I mean, Artist Garden powers my Crop Rotator, but I think this might be the card that comes back. Although Planted Field plus Boston is definitely something as well. If I could make that a thing, Planted Field plus Boston, and then make all my occupations cheaper. Although chocolate already kind of makes my occupations cheaper. So I'll look for something else. So I think I'll just take landing net here. Yeah, that was a pretty good pile. I'm not sure what the right pick was there. Okay, Pelts is quite a good card. And with Animal Buyer, I'm pretty confident that I can make it happen for a bunch of points. Uh, this is going to be my only opportunity to take Undisturbed Pond, though. Pelts for 4 points, because I probably do 4 rooms, or Undisturbed Pond. Undisturbed Pond goes exactly with what I want to do with Wealthiest European. Pelts is Pelts, though. Pelts is a great card. Um, Pelts is 4 points, but I have to pay for it. Undisturbed Pond has a point on it. Okay. I'm not happy about passing Pelts here, but maybe the animals will be really tight. Who knows? Edible Roots is actually a pretty good combo with Bossin, because Bossin only puts 1 grain on, so then the Edible Roots triggers really often. So yeah, Edible Roots is okay. And then don't really want any of these. They're all pretty unplayable. Millstone, maybe I feed with baking, so then Millstone is maybe playable. Although with landing net, yeah, I mean it's possible. You know what? With Animal Buyer, maybe this is a game where I set up Stone Oven for huge Stone Oven actions with Bossin. Hard to say. Yeah, because if Animal Buyer can get me a pair of cattle in round 13 and a pair of boar in round 14, then that could be a lot of points. And with Crop Rotator, I should be pretty confident that I can get a lot of stuff. Actually, I'll be able to trigger my Edible Roots a lot with Crop Rotator. So it'd be pretty cool if Artist Garden came back here. It's possible. I think it's probably more likely I'll see Stonehouse Reconstruction, but something like Artist Garden would be pretty good. Uh, Golden Rose came back. Harrow came back. Harrow is actually not bad here. Because with Harrow, I certainly don't mind pushing my fields out a bit faster. And then Swimming Studio is not great, but with Boston, it's be extra food. But I mean, the pick is Golden Rose. It's a little redundant with my chocolate, but I don't know. It might just be a free point, and free points are not bad. Oh man, and then we start first. Oh man. This is bad for our opponents. Very, very bad. This is easily the. I guess the only possible better start would be if we were second and our opponents gave us took occupation. That would be the only thing that could be better. But this is going to be tough for them because we're just going to have a really great start. Reedstone food into landing net into Reedstone food. Going to be an extremely strong start. 2 stone at the start of the game, setting us up nicely to build the well. Scholar's got the farm school graduate out already. So occupation will be very easy for Finger and Val to get on. And hopefully that means that it'll be easy for me to get on later in the game. And like this landing net is just so much better than all the other actions available. Like 2 wood is nothing. I don't need a 2 wood action. Landing net is like a 5 food action or something like that. 5 food plus a guaranteed Reedstone food next round. There's Berry Picker. I guess I could highlight my landing net as well. Sorry. I did not do that. So there is a little bit of an argument to going for 2 reed here, because 2 reed sets you up very nicely for the first room. However, Reedstone food gives me a stone in addition to the reed, and like I said, getting access to the well, especially if you can get the well early in the game, it can be very, very strong. Like the 1 food per round is not super relevant in round 9, but the 1 food per round in round 5 is hugely relevant. Like if you get 2 food out of it before the second harvest, that's huge. Woodcarver for Val. So not too much here that I want. 2 wood is fine. So now I want a 3 wood action and then a Reedstone food action in order to be able to build the first room. Here's my landing net. I don't mind plowing, but I think the plows can wait until I've grown my family. There's no big rush on them. Val gets the first fireplace. I did mention going for the fireplace myself, but I think with landing net that changed to going for the well, and then chocolate can activate off of me building the well. And then wealthiest European can help me build one of the major improvements that help me feed, either stone oven, pottery, or basket maker's workshop, most likely. So Reedstone food gets taken by Finger. We will very happily take 3 wood. And then we can maybe start player Undisturbed Pond with our second action, or take clay, or yeah, we have a couple options. Take 2. I guess we could take 2 wood. 2 wood's not great, but 2 wood would be okay. It's been a while since I first picked Wealthiest European. I don't know if I ever have, actually. I don't usually draft it all that high. I like playing occupations, and Wealthiest European makes it difficult for you to do that. Because like the time when there's the fewest resources available on the board is in stage 1. And so if you can uh, there's nothing I want here. I could traveling players, I guess. I don't know. Traveling players is not great. But it's okay. Or do I plow a field? How much more food am I expecting? Undisturbed pond plus the well will be 2 food per round for a while. Let's be a little greedy. Plow a field here. Oh, I never showed Finger playing Wooden Path. That was his start player action. Free with, oh no, not Woodcarver. Just played Wooden Path for, I guess, to get start player. Probably an indicator that has some action that he wants. Scholar with start player Mountain Cave here. Someone else who might go for the well. Definitely needs food with farm school graduate, so I would expect they're probably taking Reedstone food to get that 6 food to pay for the occupation in the harvest. Yeah. So hopefully 2 reed comes back, but I'm pretty sure Val is taking 2 reeds, so yeah, that's too bad. I should have undisturbed pond. Well, I get 3 wood or 4 food here. I can't be too unhappy with either of them. Second action's not great, but start player undisturbed pond is okay here. I think what this is, I should have taken the clay. I should have gone for the 3 clay, because then I could be building a fireplace here. And then if I build the fireplace, then I'm forcing Val not to build a room and go for animals instead. But Val goes for the animals, so... Finger plays occupation greengrocer. Don't love this play here, but I need to get another read, so I don't see another sensible way to do it. Feed 4. Scholar plays occupation guildmaster. Okay, so Scholar values Reedstone food quite highly. They converted a wood to a stone, yeah. So might see them first action build the basket maker's workshop here. They want to build the basket maker's workshop before they build their room, because of course this is the time where they get the read back. Interesting. Okay, so I imagine 4 woods getting taken, so I'm probably going to second action build the well here. Sets up my chocolate. Start player outhouse for Val. Don't see this played too often, but when I take wealthiest European, that certainly increases the chances. So, pretty sure Finger's taking the 4 wood, yeah. I could take 3 wood. If I take 3 wood, I am pressuring... I think I just build the well here. Let's get it out of the way. Does mean I can't build a room at the start of round 6, but I'm pretty sure Val's going to do that anyways. I can't be unhappy with this start. This start is looking quite good. Especially if round 7 is family growth. I think I'll be in quite a good spot. Because that'll mean I can play Wealthiest European next round, and it'll just set up some ridiculous major improvement actions. Finger plays Manufacturer. Wow, so we had Guildmaster and Manufacturer in the draft. So is this going to be Renault? It is Renault. So that's good for the Manufacturer, bad for the Guildmaster. So is Manufacturer going to Renault build the pottery first move? Be very bad for the Guildmaster if they did. Is this a first action 3 wood for me? Might be. 3 wood into plowing a field. Or 3 wood into Reedstone food. Or Wealthiest European for 5 resources. I don't know. I think Val does decide to build a room in 2 stables. I wondered if Val was maybe going to start player. I think she could have, because Scholar's not able to stable block her at all. So I think she could have start playered, but maybe thinks her feeding would be in rough shape, because if as soon as she start players, then Finger can go for the animals. But with the Manufacturer, I think it's pretty clear he doesn't want to go for the animals. Like, I don't know. I have a sheep. Sure. Yeah, I guess she ate 2 sheep and kept 1. Just forgot to add it on the farm. All right, what's going on? Finger is AFK, it seems like. Because they've received the game board but not done anything. Not even clicked on begin turn. There it is. Renault Pottery. And are now pretty far away from being able to build a room. I could have maybe done Reedstone food, because I think if Finger has Scholar, Finger probably wants to Reno to stone, and Reedstone food would give him the resources to do that. Be a bit surprised if Scholar got all the way around. Reedstone food makes sense for Scholar, yet now can play the Basket Maker's Workshop and actually gain read off of doing it. Maybe recognizing that they can't feed. So is Val going to have first family growth fall into her lap with no work? That would be pretty scary. Do I wealthiest European here, or do I plow a field? If I wealthiest European, I can take the resources to build 2 rooms at once. Which looks like a pretty strong situation to be in, since Finger is not pressuring family growth at all. Scholar will probably end up eating his reed. So, yeah. I think I could probably do that. Oh, man. Scholar better say thank you. Well, I mean, he has, to be fair, he is hurting Scholar, but oh, man. This is funny. This is really funny from Finger. Heat Wave. Lets him steal the sheep from Val. Val will still be fine for feeding, but it's just funny. And it sets up gives Scholar the first family growth, which, I mean, Scholar could still take that anyways. I don't think it's a bad move. I mean, I think it's a bad setup that Finger's doing, because you need to grow your family to be relevant in this game. And the fact that he's not setting himself up to do that is probably bad. But if we assume that he is good, if we assume that Finger is good, that means we should assume he has Lighthouse or a way to build a stone room. That's the kind of 2 primary assumptions. Or Farm Steward, the card that lets you hold something once you've renovated. So if we assume that he's playing correctly, then we should assume something along those lines. I'm skeptical. I'm not sure how Finger plays, honestly. Haven't played with him that many times. Okay, not playing Heatwave, but playing Joinery, and playing Joinery on Major Minor. Oh, man. That's pretty good. This is entertaining. I'm enjoying this. Wood, read. 3 wood, 2 read. And now, if there are no good actions on the board, we can happily start playing our occupations. Mostly just Bossin. It would be nice to get Bossin out. Maybe that could have been a plow action. Yeah, because I don't really want to Bossin until I've gotten a second field. But, I mean, even at just 1, it's okay. Not great, but it's okay. I don't know. Because, like, it enables Golden Rose. Yeah, maybe I should have plowed a field there. I don't know. I think this is okay. Because maybe I have to build in round 7. If I have to build in round 7, then this is fine. Alright, what's going on, guys? This is taking too long. Yeah, Finger at 33 seconds already this early in the game. Not a good sign, because usually the turns slow down as we go later. Yeah, Val has the first family growth fall into her lap. Whoa. Someone thought about taking 2 stone, or moved it around by accident. You see, it's a little offset. Chicken coop for Val. Kind of explains why she went for the 2 reed. Finger grabs the stone. I will very happily take 4 wood. 4 wood's a great action. So with all the food I have, I'm sitting at about... So I'm sitting at 14 food before the next harvest. I only need 4 this harvest. 14, I'm only going to grow 1, so I'll probably need 5, so that's 9. So I have 5 food, 6 food for the round 11 harvest, and then if I play edible roots and activate my bosun, that'll probably get me at least 1 or 2 more food, which should be enough to feed for this harvest, and my chocolate will pay for my occupations. So the only feeding I need to worry about is starting in round 13 and round 14. At that point, I definitely want to have a lot of food because I probably want to start playing my animal, like buying from my animal buyer. But at that point, I should be baking grain. Absolutely. Should definitely be baking grain at that point. Fingers still ways away from a room. Scholar is a ways away from a room. I guess I don't want Scholar being able to start player into 6 wood. So we can take 3 wood here. We could Reedstone food, although there's lots of time to do that. Let's keep taking stone, because if we keep taking, or not stone, if we keep taking wood, then our opponents can't build another wood room. So, yeah. Looking good. Scholars start player diary. Oh, I guess they get a wood now because they play an occupation in the harvest. Oh, Scholar has Scholar. Who'd have thought? Well, I have to say, Guildmaster plus Scholar is quite greedy. You need a lot of wood to make that work. Scholar also kind of gets out around the farm school graduate limitation, but Scholar, the card, is not great if you're not using it to 4 occupations. Like, using it to play improvements is okay. It could be fine. Like, if you're using it to play majors, that's fine. But you need a lot of resources for it to be worth it building majors. So at this point, we're just keeping an eye on Val and Finger, seeing who's going to build another room. Scholar's going to family growth with their next action. So I should be able to set up a round 9 first action build, and then growth in round 10. And I think if I do that, I have a very good chance to win. So what is Finger doing? Finger should take 2 reed if they're going to build a room, I think. Hard to predict what they'll do. Yeah, I don't think Scholar's likely to build another room. They might rush up to stone. If they took Journeyman, for example, Finger gets first action. Yeah, Grain. Yeah, not the strongest move. Just because it's not contested. There's not really a need to do it. Nobody else wants that action, so um, reed is food, but I think I just keep taking wood for the same reasons I said before. As long as I'm taking wood, my opponents are not, and they're not getting the resources to build more rooms, so wonder if I think about, do I think about building 3 rooms here? Like if I take 2 reed, will be able to afford it. There's usually pretty diminishing returns on that 5th room, unless you have some good reason to do it. Oh, Val plays Remodeler. Ooh, that's not good. Oh no. Oh no, there's a way to build a room and jump me. So unless Finger Renos here, which I don't see how they could. Oh, Finger might start player. Okay, if they start player, that would be good. Yeah, okay. Now I'll build 2 rooms. Do I want any stables in this game? No, I don't think so. Those stables do let me fill up my farm faster. Nah. So yeah, Finger. Yeah, kind of strange that they did that. Because in round 7, they did major minor for their joinery instead of start player to like specifically avoid giving someone family growth in round 7. But then in round 8, they do it for round 9. I don't know. Kind of weird. Not sure how to read that. Obviously, they want to iron plow next round to start harvesting grain and vegetable, but hard to win with only 2 family members. Hard to win with only 28 actions. 28 actions is very difficult to win under those conditions. Yeah, there's the remodeler. First action family growth here, and we will play chocolate. And then our second action can be, well, 4 wood's not coming back. We could plow or we could play Bossin. I think both are fine. Plow is getting taken by Finger, so we'll Bossin. Occupation Bossin. I guess we could read Stone Food as well. Read Stone Food. But I don't know. The stone improvements are all going to be gone. So taking stone off the board should be pretty easy. Yeah, Finger will definitely plow. Val could take plow just to block Finger if she's annoyed with the fact that he start playered, which would be fair. It would be fair to be annoyed about that, I think. Might not have realized what he was doing, but there is 4 wood available, so 4 wood is a good move. Hmm. We want to get vegetable at some point. Oh, Val, foregoing. Interesting. I would not have done that. I think Finger and Scholar are looking unlikely enough to reno or to build more rooms that I would definitely be happy just waiting until round 11. Save myself the action. Oh, she did change her mind. Announced cart pawn, but then didn't actually play it. I could start player here, but it's a lot of start player nada, which is not that appealing. So we'll just play boss in here. Feed 5. So yeah, we pick up a 6 food. So we're hoping to get 1 or 2 food from our bossin. Ideally from edible roots, although what are the odds we get edible root? Like, what are the odds we plow in round 10 and round 11? Um, like our ideal situation is plow. Like our ideal round 11 would be plow, go on fishing to trigger the bossin, and then play family growth edible roots. What are the odds that we actually get that sequence? Probably not all that likely. But if we first action plow both rounds, then it's definitely possible. We have lots of wood, so we can afford. Whoops, I think I just muted myself. Yeah, my new headset has like a mute button on it. If I'm not careful, I can hit it very easily. The Scala Renault cooking hearth makes a lot of sense. Probably going to see them play Journeyman this harvest, I would imagine. Although playing an occupation will require them to eat reed, which means they don't have the reed to reno. Because they could get a 3rd stone by converting for Mountain Cave. But then that just means you have to take reed. You take 4 reed in round 10, which you have the Basketmaker's Workshop. You don't mind taking a 4 reed action. So we'll see if I get a stone oven or clay oven. Clay oven will be a little difficult just because it will require 7 total clay. 5 clay is easier. Because like I'm not getting an 8 clay grab on 2 clay, and 1 clay is not getting to 7. So that's 2 clay grabs. But getting 5 clay is possible with 1 move. I wonder if I should have tried Storehouse Clerk. I never even consider it. I wonder if it would have been playable here. Um, Winter Deadwood. I think it's not a normal cost, so I think it doesn't work. Let's look at the France deck compendium. Winter Deadwood. Yeah, by France that compendium was not very thorough. I tried, but it's a lot of work. A lot of document editing, which is a big pain in the butt. Fingers start player spinny. Okay. Well, I think I just want to start player. Oh, I could family growth here. Um, yeah, you know what? Family growth sucks. Who needs family growth? Yeah. Let's plow. Who needs family growth when we can plow? Just think that third room plus edible roots. If I can get it out this round before the next harvest, that'll be totally worth a one action. Like the food that I would get from the edible roots combo to feed this harvest. That's worth an action, absolutely. So I can let Val grow. I don't mind. She decided to go for the boar, which is a little unusual, but maybe thinks that food is tight, which for Scholar it is. But there's a 6 food action available on the board, so hard to think that that could be the case too much. And then take stone instead of family growth. Okay, well I guess if you insist, I will family growth. Well, it's family growth nothing, which is a little sad, but okay, now I will definitely family growth. Okay, here's the real reason behind this play. The iron plow was all to set up country doctor. Okay. So now I will family growth. FG nothing. And then last action 6 wood or take vegetable. I could take reedstone food. Val says, didn't you have 4 already? What's going on? Nope. Val thought I was already at 4. That sucks. Val plays. Occupation deck collector. This is a good one. Very good one. I've talked about this card lots of times, talking about how good it is. Um, yeah, I really don't think I need the food. I think I just want to take vegetable. Yeah, I know Val is the slowest player. I'm under 20 seconds per action, which is unusual for me while streaming, but it's been a pretty straightforward game. I don't really like how, like, the bracketed is the mean, and for me the mean is a lot more useful than the median. If someone takes 10 minutes for one turn, like, that matters. Scholar, Renault plus raspberries. Oh man, how do I pass on 5 wood? I think the answer is I don't. I don't. Like, okay, now Val's complaining, saying, well, of course I wouldn't even announce that I could family growth. Lame, sneaky family growth. But, like, I mean, honestly thought you wanted 3 boar. And you had a full action. I gave you a full action. You took stone instead of family growthing. It's twice. And then once Country Doctor comes out, then obviously family growth becomes more competitive. So I don't think it's really fair to complain about me in that case, but teach their own. Scholar taking plow. So I'm going to fish. Fish, get my grain out. But I don't have to do that with this action. I could fence, but Val has fenced already. So I'll start taking Reno stuff. So 4 clay. There's 7 food traveling players. Probably I should 7 food traveling players if it comes back to me. That should be worth an action or two in round 13. Country Doctor is fun, but I don't like what Finger did here with Manufacturer. I think it's just come too late. I think they just are not going to have enough wood, not going to have enough actions to get enough wood. But I might be wrong. They did play Spinny, so maybe they think the Spinny will affect us enough that they're going to get some really good actions. I don't think anyone needs 2 food, so I think I'll read Stone Food here. Get an extra food. Scholar played Start Player Planter Box. Good card. Excellent card, actually. Really excellent card. With Oceanographer, too. Although Oceanographer doesn't get you a crop right away for Plow Sow. But I mean, even just getting 1 extra vegetable on Plow Sow round 12 would be fine. Take fish, put out my grain. So now I'm looking for Scholar plays Parquet Setter and gets family growth even without room. That's good for them. Very good for them. Gray says, wow, late night game. Yeah, it is. Later than I usually play. Okay, so we pretty much want 6 clay or 5 clay. We want to fence, and we want to take animals, and we want to plow. All in some order. The only person who really has a use for clay is the pottery player. The pottery player is also the only person without a cooking hearth, so yeah, finger is the only person I'm competing with for the clay, I think. So I think that means I can leave it and let it accumulate. So I'll plow here. I could think about start player, but I think with debt collector next round, start player is not really that appealing. I think plowing is fine. I'll aim to start player maybe in round 13. Start player edible roots round 13 looks good. Although with diplomat I don't even need to start player that badly. Unless I want to get on Reno maybe. Finger play, start player, artist garden. Just mention it. Scholar fenced. That's kind of annoying. I certainly would have liked to have gotten some of those resources. We'll take the clay here. There's not too much left in the game for us to do, so take the clay, maybe think about renovating twice. Reedstone food plus plus a stone action gets us another reno, so maybe that's how we'll end this round. Although, do I want to take another vegetable? I could. If I take another vegetable and then I fishing round 13 and then play crop rotator, that vegetable would immediately get sown. Thing about crop rotator is it's usually more powerful once you've actually gotten once you've gotten more things sown. Like more appealing than crop rotator round 13 would be crop rotator round 14 after a plow sow action. Like that seems more appealing to me. Said oops. I assume that means you forgot about debt collector. I'll plays the carp pond at last. So maybe I 2-stone and reedstone food. Or reedstone food and reno. Or I can occupation in reno. What occupation would I play? Animal buyer? The animal buyer is not very good unless I get enough stone to bake. So maybe I take 2 stone here and then reno stone oven next round. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad. Although I am competing with finger for stone oven. But I can just take it here. Yeah. Why don't I do that? 2 stone and then reno stone oven. Wait, go clay and now pay for all. Bake 2. So debt collector uses family growth. Someone could block me pretty badly by taking fishing, but fishing only has 2 food on it, so it doesn't seem all that appealing. But what do I know? So plow sow and family growth both gone. Um, yeah, let's do this. Start player edible roots. This is overkill on food, but I need to remind myself I want to be overkill on food with animal buyer in hand. So I think my next couple actions are occupation and then fishing and fencing. I think that's probably how I finish out this round. And then plow sow round 14. Yeah, seems fine. This is just a game where I've gotten like much better actions than my opponents have. Like just my action quality is extremely high, so I think it's going to be tough for me to lose considering that. Okay, they did that. That also works. Yeah, Diplomat can also power out my Head of the Revolution. That's also an option. Fence 15. Adam playing League instead of Agricola. I've been playing Dota recently, so I can't say anything. So I'll fishing with my next action just in case I'm going to get blocked. Val taking the reed. 3 reed instead of reedstone food, I think. Gonna try to build another room? Or what reed miners were there? Maybe reed for trip to the lake? I'm not sure. Honestly, not sure. I'll fish with my next action either way. Yeah, I think my opponents maybe did not draft super well. Like, I probably should not have got Boston third. Like, did Finger pass Boston with Country Doctor in hand? Or were they in the same pile? I guess it's possible that that pile had Debt Collector, Country Doctor, and Boston all together. And if that's the case, that makes sense. But I don't know. Yeah, maybe first pick Manufacturer, and then Val second picked Remodeler, maybe. We'll take a look at the draft after, see how we think it maybe should have gone. So we're going to have 22 food this harvest. So buying a pair of cattle puts us at 16, or costs us 16, so puts us at 6. So then we would want to hit 14 or 15, depending on if we family growth in round 14, because that gets us a pair of boar. Now we could just take sheep and boar, or we could buy maybe a sheep for 2 points, and sheep and a boar, and get one boar in round 14. Whatever works. Whatever works. I think what we do doesn't matter too much at this point. I think we got this one locked up. Yeah, Val's got the rock pyramid, so it looks like she is going for another room. There's another trap card, I think. Rock pyramid. Animal buyer, pay with chocolate. Feed 8 and 8 food for 2A. Plus 3 food edible roots. Pretty good spot. Pretty good spot. Yeah, animal buyer 7th pick. Pretty good spot to be in. Probably Finger should have taken it instead of whatever they took 6th. And now we plow sow. We don't get to increase the vegetable this way. Like playing crop rotator, it lets us resow a grain, but it doesn't actually let us resow our vegetables at this point. So that's a downside to this play. I think it's probably still fine though. So I can eat 1 raw grain. So yeah, I probably don't even play crop rotator anymore. Yeah, I can't diplomat my own space. Scholar plays fiddler, because why not? So hopefully 2 boar or 3 sheep come back. Family growth coming back would also be good. Yeah, playing crop rotator at this point would only be points. It would just be points. And or not points, it would be food, sorry. It would be 1 food from the vegetable field, plus that the fact that I'm resowing a grain on the vegetable field would let me eat a couple more raw grain. So it would be like a 3 food action. That's all it would be. Whoa. Val going in all in on building that room. Well, I can't buy 3 sheep, but I can buy 2 cattle, so guess we take the sheep, eh? Or not 2 cattle, 2 boar. We can buy 2 boar, but we can't buy 3 sheep, so can only ever buy 2 animals. Who knows? Maybe 2 boar will come back, and then I don't even need to buy them. This will have been the laziest feeding game ever. Like, I fed off of well, landing net, and undisturbed pond. Stone oven got me 8 food, but that food was just 2 cattle. That's all it was. And there's 2 cattle available here freely in round 14. Weird one. Very weird game. So I just need 2 food now. Well, 1 food because I eat a raw grain. Yeah, the threshold for buying animals is pretty expensive, so not likely going to be worth it to play Animal Buyer or to use Animal Buyer in the last harvest, so yeah. Looks pretty good. Not that I have the greatest farm, but I'm going to score like, what, 46, 47. And I don't think any of my opponents will be above 45. So, should be enough for the win. Unless Scholar first picked Braggart. But I'm pretty sure they first picked Guildmaster, so I think we're safe. Oh, we've seen all 7 of their occupations, so what am I saying? They definitely did not do that. Sure. Traveling players is fine. Feed 8, breed all. Yeah, the fact that I have well and stone oven giving me points is good. Plus a solid farm. Whoa, only 43. That sucks. Might still be enough to win, but... Ooh, Master Builder for Val. That's actually really good. That might be enough to win. 1, 2, 3 points. Add another 2 points. That's a 5-point action. Plus a bonus point. Oh. How do they feed? Do they have to eat any points? So whatever I score. 43. GG. Yeah, maybe I didn't win. Pelts can be used for 3 points. Val had to eat 1 point, and she bred a point. So we might tie. Looks like Val and I tie. Wow. Nice Master Builder. I did not think Rock Pyramid was going to be worth it. So 43, 38, 43, 38. I started in the position 1 versus Val starting in position 3, so probably I had an advantage there. And the fact that Finger let me get my growth was quite huge, and then interrupted Val's. Yeah, I think Finger interfered enough on my behalf that it helped me to win the game. So I think probably I benefited from that. Now, to be fair, I didn't get Debt Collector. Debt Collector is pretty good. 335, 239. So that offsets some of my guilt, because Debt Collector is one of the best cards in that set. Yeah, first pick Wealthiest European at 2.9. Scholar at 2.34. That's higher than I would have guessed. Head of the Revolution at 3.9 is good, yeah. And Boston at 4. Yeah, Boston should not have been passed to me. So, well, we'll have to look at it, see what we think. Yeah, because I could, instead of Wealthiest European, I could have taken Scholar, and then I would probably still take Head of the Revolution. Would I take Journeyman over Boston? Maybe with Scholar in hand. And then I would take Farm School Graduate. Yeah. I don't know. Would have been an interesting game to see what I could have done differently. Chocolate over Diary, Fruit Cake. Yeah, I don't know about that. Passing Raspberries over Landing. Raspberries Power 4-1. Artist Garden 4-2. Yikes. I mean, Landing Net did work, but it only did work because I started in the start player spot. And Pelts at 4-6. I knew Pelts was going to be really, really high up there. But I didn't finish with a cooking hearth. Like, I didn't need it. I had so much feeding from my miners. It's Finger 03. Yeah. So Finger first picked Greengrocer. So, yeah. And then Country Doctor over Boston. I mean, their average draft position is very close, actually. But, and I guess if you first pick Greengrocer, but you shouldn't be first picking Greengrocer. After Head of the Revolution, you probably take Boston, and then you have a really good reason to plow a lot of fields early. So yeah, I think I probably benefited quite a bit from getting past good cards by Finger. So only a win in spirit, or a win in technicality, not a win in overall play. Although first pick Remodeler here, wow. So Val did some weird picks too. Master Builder seems pretty aggressive there. And then Chicken Coop first pick here. Over Raspberries landing at Iron Paw. Yeah, there were some interesting plays available, that's for sure. Some very interesting plays, depending on how the draft had gone. That was a weird one. Anyways, thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. Just got a message. Looks like I won't be able to stream tomorrow. People are asking me to work, so that sucks. Although Monday's usually a pretty easy day, so hopefully I can go have an easy day tomorrow. So probably won't stream Monday. I'll plan on streaming on Tuesday. That'll be my goal. So look for me then, and then some other day this week before the weekend for sure. That'll be my plan. So, all right, have a good night.